What's up, y'all? I don't know who's up right now, but I've been up because I just want to talk. I've, I just have a lot to say. This is a big transition moment for many of us, and many of us may feel alone throughout this time. And I wanted to offer you some words of support because many of you are seeing what's going on. You're moving in a certain direction, and you're just doing what you feel inherently is right, even if it's different than everybody else around you, and you aren't sure. You're like, it's so off the charts of what they call normal that you are second guessing yourself daily. And this is a time where many of us can be into a little bit of a confusion because you have yourself that has been programmed. Yes, I am on late because I have much to say. I've been having a lot to say because while other people's frequencies are dropping, mine seems to be rising. And if you are somebody like that, then maybe you should listen. Now, I was reading the comments today, and many times I see this one particular comment saying you should have more subscribers. And if you know what I'm speaking and you know who it could be helping, then you understand that many people will not be paying attention or they will be checking out to the information that I'm saying. So if you consider yourself someone who is ascending throughout this time, if you consider yourself someone on a spiritual journey, if you consider yourself someone that you're on a path, a mission, then do not be worried. I was just talking to my wife and I was, wanted to sit here and rap to her real quick because she's not usually up this late. I am. Well, actually, no, our bedtime is what normally? 9:30, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock,
10 o'clock.
right?
9:30, 10 o'clock, yep.
But I was like, listen, the kids are off of school, so we don't really got to wake up crack of dawn tomorrow. And I don't really feel like waking up. I just feel like sleeping just for a little bit. I just know that as soon as the sunlight hits my pineal gland, I'm going to wake up. So I got to figure out how I'm going to conquer that because, but I can survive off about 5 hours of sleep anyway. You are another story.
Listen,
But it's all good. I'm gonna get her to sleep anyway because she gotta sleep. But I wanted to talk to y'all to help you guys and gals out on your spiritual journeys with a little bit of words of advice so you can take this with you. Now, you ever watched the movie The Book of Eli? And in the end of the movie, you found out he was blind, but he was walking by faith, not by sight, because there was a higher power pushing him to a direction like a destiny. It's like a destiny, like it's his journey, and he knew that his journey was righteous, and he just walked. And many of you need to start walking and not worrying about what people who do not understand you say. Because if you're somebody who's susceptible to listen to them, because it's more of them than it is you at this point, you will be stopped at maybe a very pivotal part in your journey. And you need to pay attention to what you're feeling at this particular time. You need to pay attention to the signs that you're seeing. If you're someone that's on a spiritual path and you're going in the right direction, you will see a lot of synchronicities. Like a lot. Like today, I'm at the gym, and this is just among the many that I see on a daily basis. And one of my friends was like, "Yo, what time is it?" And I was like, "I don't know. Let's see." And I pull out my phone, and it was 1:11. I was like, wow, what a coincidence that is. And I'm trying to talk to him about what I'm into because he tries to understand it and he wants to understand it more. I just feel like, he has ways to go, but he's open to listening. So whenever he asks, I give him information. Um, but yeah, the Book of Eli was the guy was blind. It was Denzel Washington. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. But he was blind. It was the end of the world, basically. And he was blind the whole movie. But he was doing things and he was moving, he was fighting and he was walking and he was on a journey, the whole movie and the whole time he was blind and you didn't find out until the end of the movie. So if you didn't watch it, spoiler alert, sorry y'all. I mean, it came out like 2008, so you should have watched it by this point. But if you haven't, I ruined it for you, but you should watch it anyway. But you should listen to your feelings, you should listen to your gut because see, what I was told by my spirit guides is that my gut, listening to my gut, which is your subconscious, is basically, your higher self speaking through your subconscious mind. And you're normally right. Like, say you had a bad feeling about a person, or you feel like this is what you should be doing, no matter how weird it may feel, you're going in the right direction. Many people who are ahead of their time or ahead of the people that are around them are normally considered strange in the beginning because people's programming are not ready to accept it, but it's a shift. And normally, when it's a shift, many are the first to shift, and those first always have the hardest time because they're the first to do it. The person who invented airplanes, parachutes, probably any inventor that ever invented something that never was, always got opposition, always got doubt from many people. But that person understand that their journey was something that they were here to do, and they kept on doing it no matter what people said. And at the end of the journey, everybody saw that they were right. When they called them crazy, when they called them silly, when they called them stupid, when they called them weird, when they called them paranoid, when they called them all kinds of things, when they called them devil, all that stuff. And if you're somebody that feels different, moves different, you need to embrace that at this particular time, at any particular time, even if we're not in a state of mass fear. Because even though other people are in a state of mass fear, I'm in a state of happiness, of happiness, because I understand my invisible means of support. So you need to start walking by your faith in yourself, because at the end of the day, you have all the answers. You just doubt the answers that you're getting, so you move in the direction that your conscious mind puts you, the programmed mind puts you, but you need to move to the direction of the infinite mind of where that pushes you. Because you know where you're going, you just don't know how you're going to get there or what is at the end of that road. But you know where you're going. All you have to do is ask yourself the questions, and whatever answer pops into your head, just move in that direction. One day I'll do another Hop A video, but I don't know when I'm gonna do it again because that's not something that I just play with and do videos with. Like, that's something I take very seriously, and I just wanted to share that with you. I don't know if I'm going to do another video like that, but that was me walking by faith because I was not sure how people would accept it, but I was told it was needed to see. So because of that, I did it. And there's many things that I'm doing right now that I don't talk about, that I see, that my conscious mind doubts, but my infinite mind says just keep going. And I have been called nuts, and I'm probably called nuts behind my back by people who know me personally, by the things that I speak. I've been called many things. Militant, nuts, you do too many drugs when plants are not drugs. Things that are foreign to your body are drugs, and we try to compare them to medications, which they are not, because anything that meshes and binds with your DNA and is a portal to higher consciousness is not a drug. It's what I call a portal. So I look at plants as not a drug. I look at plants as portals to infinite thinking and consciousness, and a portal to your higher self, to your higher consciousness. I look at things that are foreign to the body, that do things that make the body weaker and more susceptible to illness, as a drug. I do not look at plants as a drug, nor will I ever look at plants as a drug. I look at certain plants that you may take as being abused if they make you feel a certain way, but I do not look at them as a drug. I look at other things as drugs that have nothing to do with plants at all. You know? So, when it comes down to it, you have to understand that you're moving and you need to embrace that movement that you feel. You need to not embraced, embrace what you know that you don't know, if you get what I'm saying. Because this is a uncharted territory for many of us in this time, but soon it will not be uncharted. Soon it will be revealed to everybody of what it is and what it isn't. And right now we're living in the reality which everything is backward. Up is down, down is up, left is right, right is left, good is bad, bad is good. Real is fake, fake is real. And they have done a great job to program us to doubt what our ancestors did, how they got their information, how they got their intelligence. They do a great job making us doubt our higher selves. Voila, great job, touche. But soon that will all end because no matter how hard they try, they cannot block a frequency which they cannot understand, even if they do understand it, because evolution must happen no matter what they do. And throughout all time, when evolution was ready, evolution happened. No matter if the dinosaurs fought it off or the people fought off, we had the flood, we had fires, we had mass destruction. There was nothing you could do to fight it off. If you look at Kemet, Egypt, if you don't know, that's the real name. And it was called something else before that as well. I don't know the name yet. When I find the name, I'll let you guys know. But if you look at a civilization such as Kemet or Atlantis, with such intelligence beyond what we are in this society, and they got wiped, and they evolved, or they changed, or they're gone, what makes you think you can't go? So you need to move in a direction which elevates your species and not lowers it. If you know something that somebody else doesn't know and you're in a position to teach people what you know or drop little seeds or jewels on people, you need to do that to people who are ready to hear it. And people who aren't ready to hear it, just live like you speak and they'll hear that. They'll hear your actions. They'll hear your life. They'll hear your movement. And when they do that, you're teaching by action, life. So you people who doubt yourself, because you know what? One thing I hear when I do my consultations, people even talking to me, knowing that I don't consider anything that you may feel weird because I accept how you feel. They even say, "Yeah, I know it sounds crazy." I'm like, "No, that's your conscious mind talking to me." I tell them, "You don't sound crazy to me. You sound very sane to me." People who block themselves sound crazy to me. People who think they're crazy, you're really not crazy. You really are not. You are very, very special. And you are loved by your ancestors. You are loved by things you cannot see, which govern and rule and want you to evolve so very badly. Your ancestors are rooting for you. Right now, in the universe, in our universe, because there are many, the Earth is the biggest show in our universe right now. They're all watching, but they cannot intervene. They can watch. You know, some have intervened to make the playing ground even, but many of them, obviously, if they landed right now, it will cause even more fear because it's more than many people can handle. Maybe you think that you're spiritually inclined until a portal opens up in your room and something comes out of it, and then you realize, oh shit, I really couldn't handle it. So many of us are not there yet because if a portal opened up in my room right now, even what I've seen and where I'm at, I don't know how I will react. And they tested me a couple of weeks ago twice, and I was like, okay, I get it. I need more time. I get it. I'm not going. It was wild. It was wild. It was wild. The TV thing was wild, but the other thing was even wilder. You know. Yes, the feeling that you were meant for more. You need to feel that feeling, and you need to start to move in a direction that you do not understand, because the direction that you do not understand probably is the direction that you should go. But the problem with you is you're still thinking that you have control over the direction that you're going. You can't control it. The ways of higher consciousness and understanding is beyond your understanding. So stop trying to understand it and just evolve. And the evolution could be something so simple, but you reject it because it's so simple that you haven't relinquished control. And because you're not trusting the process of growth, you are halting your process of growth. So if it took you, if it was going to take you a year, you not trusting the process, and now it's going to take you 5. So that's what I got for y'all today. I think that, you know, just move in the direction you need to go. Walk by faith, not by sight, because it's something that you're not going to be able to see, nor comprehend, nor feel. And when you get there, you're going to be like, "Oh, I never saw that playing out like it played out," because it's beyond you. So understand that it's beyond you. Move in that direction, and stop doubting yourself, and stop thinking you're crazy, because more people out there are banded together in the same frequency than you. Because let me tell you something, just because your friends and your family and the people that you interact with on a daily basis is not on your frequency, that doesn't mean people from all walks of life all over the world aren't evolving. It's just the fact of the matter is we are not in front of each other just yet. But soon we will be. Be patient and stop thinking about how long it's going to take. Just do it. The question I'm still asked the most out of all my questions is, Coach, how long will it take for me to decalcify my pineal gland? And my answer will always be, as long as it's supposed to take. Everybody's journey is different. Yours may take this time, mine may take this time. But that's the time it's supposed to take for us. And whatever timeline it is, accept it so you can open up yourself to endless possibilities and removing all resistance from your life. So besides that, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get some sleep. I hope you do get some sleep. I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all soon. Peace.